at my kitten and all as well.
Oh, pretty girl.
Look at your little baby.
So cute. Oh, no, viewers, you can't see. I'm sorry. If you want to see more of this kitten, you go give Ollie bits.
All right. Speaking of, I'm gonna kill Ian now. No, I'm not, because the demon is charmed. It kind of like follows after you a little bit, but not so much. Just trying to keep you in its vision. Next up, Vale over here.
I so want to like appear in front of a witch with the demon like following behind me adoringly.
The Vale chasing down the mage with the warrior not far behind. The warrior is incredibly injured from both the poison and the storm sphere and the piranhas. Like, he's dragging this long two-handed greatsword, which there's a name for it. A weeb could tell me. While dragging after you, but unfortunately he's not gonna get in such a way to attack you this turn. But the mage is, and the mage is going to do something.
No advantage. The one thing I didn't calculate for.
Truth is, game was rigged from the start.
I said that to Chloe the other day, and she just... I said it, I was like, you don't get that, but that was a fantastic...
I respect that. Oh, shit. She is going to kind of... this is a proper mage, you know,
Lightning
not someone
bolts,
who can...
come on.
Who can handle, you know, close combat like this as you're running up to her. She kind of backs up with the staff. There's a flare of the mage armor up around her body. And then she's going to try and hit you with the side of the staff as it surges with electricity.
How embarrassing.
It's a melee attack roll with advantage.
To die like this.
Your AC is 20 right now?
Yeah.
She hits a 20.
Uncanny dodge it to 0.5 damage.
It's just I'm unconscious.
You're going to take 7 lightning damage. It's kind of like just shoves the staff against you until you go down and down into the ground, and then spits on you.
For reference, the katana version of a greatsword would probably be an adachi or an adachi.
That's what I thought.
I had to double check. I don't really know.
Vale,
very
can you
well,
give
but-
me
like a dying katana.
Can you give me a death save, please, Vale?
Yeah, I can and will. Give me that 20. Come on, let me get back up.
Go close. Yeah.
Couldn't have rolled that on my attack roll.
We'll take it. Next up is Indira. You are going to have to give me a Constitution save
Oh yeah.
for being in the poison, which actually the
shit.
poison cloud moves.
Sorry. Let me. I'm sorry.
It's okay because you said sorry like 50 times. So I know
well,
you're
that's how
really sorry.
I am.
Yeah, you're still gonna take some damage, but you do save
Yeah,
the
of course.
worst of it. It would have been 19 damage, so that's gonna be half to just 9 poison damage, and then you can keep on going.
All right. I keep. Fuck.
You need to
it.
stop.
Yeah, you're right. I do.
I keep fuck.
I keep accidentally typing in how much damage I take rather than
Instead of-
subtracting it from the total, because that's how fucking tired I am right now. Damn it. Vale. Indira's really angry. Like, as soon as she comes around this corner, she sees Vale on the floor, and she's mad. She's very fucking mad.
That's all you can do this turn. Okay.
I mean, I could throw something. I'm gonna re-rage though, because I'm pretty sure that was 10 turns. How many turns was that?
I don't count the turns. That's a you job, but yeah, I think so.
I don't think that was 10 turns though, because it's
Huh?
10 of your turns. It would be like 4 of yours.
Oh, okay, then I'm not gonna rearrange.
Okay, cool.
Rearrange.
What our buddy Josh does is... I'll describe it another time. It's not worth it now. Serena. Your turn.
Dropping concentration on the storm sphere to recast fly. I've got 60 foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's my movement. And I can see Vale and that dude. What's the
That
range?
dude over there
70 foot.
with the crazy hair.
Okay. Let's do this. I am going to twin spell a prismatic blast at the 2 of them.
Okay. Strength saves.
Attack roll first, and then it's strength save to avoid being knocked prone.
That's gonna hit both of them. The mage, not surprisingly, fails. So it is going to be
big
knocked
damage.
down. It is big damage. And I bet, especially because I like about Prismatic Blast, like imagine you like arced it like around the chamber in like a freaking loop. And that slams the mage like against the wall with like a squeal, and then she slumps down, whereas the samurai just kind of like braces it, like straight up sword, kind of splits it, takes it, but doesn't go down.
He is looking very hurt, isn't he?
They're both looking incredibly injured.
Can I quicken... If I use quicken spell, can I cast the same spell again?
Don't see why not.
In that case, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Quicken spell. And I am going to hit just the samurai with it, because I can't use 2 meta magics on the same thing. So, come on.
That's a hit. And he fails his strength save, but it might not matter.
Really. Oh, no!
Oh, well, it does matter, because like the second time he like takes the brunt of the hit, he's clearly like he spins his blade to do an execution on Vale down on the ground, but then is hit up against the wall again, not expecting you to be able to cast another spell so quickly, leaving both of the drow over there prone.
I'm trying my best, and that ends my turn. I've used everything.
He's going to spend half of his movement to get back up. The drow warrior. He's going to bring himself back up, look over to the 2 of you over here, and
He's gonna make eye contact as he stabs Vale. Oof.
Oh, he's... We threatened him enough.
And he's going to do the same move he did before, where he kind of whips out the hand crossbow and actually shoots at Indira. But what's your AC, Indira?
16.
It's a heckin' miss. The mage is going to pull herself back up as well, and you actually hear a little bit of chatter in that language that you don't understand instead of the drow elvish, and she is going to you kind of see a bit of a weave of magic around the top of the staff that she kind of brushes away, and then is going to cast a different spell. She's going to summon a mass of spider webs that start filling the chamber.
No. You smart boy.
Yeah. Are these spider webs gonna like work? I don't know. I might have to double them up. 20-foot cube. Oh, it's a 20-foot chamber. How convenient. And literally just kind of like fill up the space behind. Oop. We'll add another one and twist it so it kind of, yeah. It just kind of all sort of spreads out like water leaking onto a tablecloth. There's just this webbing that spreads and fills the chamber, like not just the ground but the air as well, sticking to every which point.
Can you make it any more opaque?
I can just keep putting more spider webs on top.
Okay, that would help. Like I can just barely tell that it's there with the shading of the floor. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's also dark for you. Is part of the issue. You got no light.
I can
Veil.
see in the dark.
Yeah. You can see dim light in the dark.
Grayscale.
Yeah. If you had a torch out, you'd be able to see way easier in this cavern.
If I had a torch out, I'd light those fucking webs on fire, and that wouldn't be an issue. Burn them away, boys.
Vale has 1 point of life, 1 point of death. Indira, it's your turn.
I'm going to point at the mage and yell and try to intimidate her. And I'm going to say, "You will step away from that man."
What language do you yell this?
It would be Elvish, so it would probably be a little bit less intimidating because I'm not great at Elvish.
It's like this little pigeon Elvish.
Or it would be way more intimidating. I mean,
Give me an intimidation check.
God
It's
damn it.
exactly average intimidating, turns out.
I have so much charisma and so much intimidate. I fucking am so
And it
over
just
these
never
terrible
works.
rolls. I'm so over these terrible rolls. Anyway, let's kill this man.
That's a hit.
Yep, fucking is. A shitty one, though.
Oh!
There you go. He's dead now.
How do you want to do this?
Same way. Like, seriously. Like,
In half. Yeah. Cool. Effortless.
I still have 2 squares of movement. How does it work in the spider webs? Can I move through the spider webs?
You can move into the spider webs. They're difficult terrain. Starting your turn
It's
in the
just
spider
difficult?
webs is going to win.
Okay.
No, it's going to give you more problems later, but for now you can just move it.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. She's mad. She's not.
Exactly, you
clearly
would just
trying to
charge
get her
through.
Friend.
Serena.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's half of my current movement. And I'm just going to Prismatic Blaster again.
One check. One sec.
Can I fire through the webs? That is the
That's
question.
exactly what I'm checking. You can. They lightly obscure the area, so you can see through.
Excellent.
Just enough.
Come on.
Can it clear up the spider webs? Can it shoot through 'em?
Maybe if she wanted to try that. That is going to be a hit.
Excellent. 9 damage.
9 damage. She is knocked prone again.
It's like watching someone on an ice rink.
Okay. Well, screw it. I've used basically everything. I am going to summon the Shark of Ill Omen on her.
Okay.
Right behind her. And as the shark rises up behind her, I've just got a slightly maniacal grin and just say, "Oh, you should have stepped away when you had the chance."
Okay.
I just like the idea of Serena just going, dun, and she's like, what?
Can you roll the
no one
initiative
gets
for the,
Yeah, I need to roll the
shark,
initiative
please.
for the shark. Go, Sharky boy.
Hey,
It's initiative is... Wait, what was your last initiative?
8 minus.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's done it on Syria. I've strapped the
re-rolled
tokens.
it, yeah.
My bad.
It's fine. I caught it. Nothing gets past me. Next up is the mage, who is gonna look at kind of all of this as she brings herself back up. Look down to Vale on the ground. Look at this woman trying to charge at her, and straight up just starts running away.
Did she disengage?
Against the shark? No.
Okay, shark can opportunity attack its target.
Can the shark? Oh, I thought that was
That's
a
it.
20 there. That was
So
so
did I.
Bite her in fucking half.
Damn it.
Punky.
She just manages to scrape away. She's leaving a trail of blood as she runs.
Succeed a DC 13 saving throw.
She does, surprisingly.
Oh,
Is
She's
that
failed
a
like
credit?
5 strength saves, so she deserved a win.
Did she? Did she deserve a win?
Yeah, you just rolled a 20.
You don't know her. You don't know the stress she's going through in her life. Okay? Punky.
Punky has what does it have as movement? It has 50-foot speed.
Is that the wolf or the shark?
Well, the wolf, but I'm just
Okay, then yeah. I just wondered if that was shark speed or wolf speed, but yeah, no, that's fine.
It's the
Yeah,
wolf.
can you imagine a shark having that movement speed on land?
I cannot see where she's gone.
I
but
can just move the shark. You're good.
Can it get next to her to attack
Yeah,
again?
easily.
With 50
Yes.
foot it can.
Yeah, like no problemo.
Excellent.
That's a hit. And what's excellent is that she runs around the corner, the shark swims after her, and you just hear screaming and crunching as the drow is eaten alive by the shark of ill omen, which actually dispels the webs.
Yep, exactly.
And the demon? Okay.
And the demon, but the demon is kind of off doing its own thing.
Just wanted to confirm that. I mean, maybe that's meta game to ask, but
No, it's fair. There was a lot of spells going on.
Yeah. And that is as far as I can move. So I hope that Vale is not
Vale
going to roll.
next
if I roll a
death
1,
save.
I'm gonna roll a natty 20 and get out without your help now. Just you see.
Okay, 2 points of life, 1 point of death. Indira, you can get up to him on your next turn.
I'm considering things really quickly. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna pour a potion down his throat.
All right, regular potion, 2d4 plus 4.
2d4 plus 2.
Yes, that.
Go nuts, Neil.
Oh,
Sure.
make a man roll his own healing.
That's how you roll.
Isn't that the way it goes?
To be fair, we're increasingly inconsistent about that.
You're healing
Okay.
me.
Also,
Okay.
let's be real. You want to heal yourself. You don't want me to roll for you.
That is valid.
That's a fair point. Very fair.
Okay.
She's just kneeling on the ground next to you and like is cradling your head, and I guess you see like the lightning fade. And she's like kind of slapping your cheek lightly as it comes.
Yes, you can stop. I'm alive, sort of.
Well, she doesn't say it. She's still like all rage stupefied.
Bear would like push himself up just to stay in position. That could have gone worse.
We are all alive, considering considering the amount of enemies we fought. It is not a bad outcome, no.
Might I suggest we make a rather hasty retreat for now?
Yes, we have
I
not
do-
yet faced whatever the ruler of this place is, and I do not want to in this state.
Gives like a furtive glance to the statue right next to him. He's like,
Okay. How do you want to retreat?
we know
Um,
the Wellway is safe.
You
Yeah.
could bore us a tunnel to camp in the stone.
Can you get through stone with Moldarth?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I suppose we could create a little hole and cover it back up and hope we don't get found.
Risky.
How long? How much can you move a 5 foot square?
Yeah, but Ollie has told me that I can do it more than
It's
once.
a
Like, as
cantrip.
much as
Yeah.
I want.
Yeah. But like, it still obviously takes time. Like, is it a minute cast time or for that one?
Mold Earth. Which book is that in?
I don't know. Let me check.
Mold Earth, I think, is instant, my guy.
It happens instantly, but
Casting
there is a
one
time.
action is what it
Yeah.
says.
So it's basically every 6 seconds, but
Okay, cool. Yeah. Vale's
Let's
too
check
tired to
on the
argue
website.
at this point.
so there's the thing. The effect you make
I think that's a different.
last for an hour.
No. That must be the.
Oh, that's
shape,
the not
shapes,
the.
because otherwise,
digging.
like, you could.
Okay,
spend an
here is the
hour
spell.
moving, like.
All right. So just so Doxy knows, for loose earth, you can excavate 5 feet of it. So not stone, just dirt. For stone, you can make shapes and colors appear in the stone and stuff like that, making like illusions, images, patterns, blah blah blah. Lasts for an hour. You can also make an area become difficult terrain. So you can't dig a hole in these walls. Is the answer.
Oh god, we have used that wrong so much.
Well, you've used it wrong in caves mostly, which is fine enough. You know?
You could probably find amounts of loose earth.
Yeah, like gravel and things like that. It's fine.
So I believe the brave Sir Robin should run away.
Yeah. Did we need any drow heads, or we just?
Yeah, that's a very good point. Thanks, abusive Naga.
Yeah. I mean, if Vale's clearly were injured, Serena is probably in the best condition. Actually, she only took a few light hits. She's got a dagger. It's not going to be pretty, but she would go around. She would probably cut the mage's head off and the.
What's your
drow.
strength modifier?
+1.
You can't cut off someone's head with a dagger.
Okay.
I would
Actually,
axe
with
off
a
some
dagger,
heads.
you can
She can axe off heads with an axe.
If you want to axe off
Yeah.
heads, yeah. I would say the mage and the warrior.
We can take more if we have time, I guess.
You could
Yeah,
also
but-
take some of the other creatures if you wanted, just to give some credence to there being more things.
Let's
It's up to
small
you.
and leg it. Why not?
Because you
Worst
don't
things
have a
worst.
bag. You don't have a dedicated head bag. You're gonna have to be
I
tying
have
these onto your
I have
belt.
some rope,
Yeah.
so I can cut like a hole in the scalp and insert rope and thread it through.
Or
all
just
of them,
use the hair.
and then have a head belt.
Yeah, that was actually what I was basically suggesting you do. Unfortunately, for our sanity.
Mage, warrior, and the hook claw thing, then, maybe? Those
Yeah,
are the
let's
things I can
take
think
as
of.
Okay,
many as-
with Indira just chopping the heads off, it doesn't need to be neat, it doesn't need to be clean, just a crunch the side of the axe. You can take those 3 heads easy. And then you're going back down the water.
I
Wait.
think so.
Okay, given now you have time, like how I allowed Serena to get through before, you get out onto the other ways. Vale isn't swimming particularly as speedy as before because he's had a brush with death, but you know, it just happens all the time.
He's also got like a red trail.
Yeah, luckily the crocodile is you know, on your side now, or at least neutral. There's a lot of blood in the water. You come out in the lake and can, I imagine, just set up some kind of very simple camp here.
I feel like because we know we haven't killed the whatever this enemy is, the main thing. I feel Serena would definitely suggest setting up camp somewhere where we can sort of like, I want to say somewhere where we can watch the temple to some extent, just so we know if they leave now that they've been attacked. But it's risky because high chance of getting found.
I suggest we go and hide because at the end of the day, if we don't kill whatever this is, it doesn't matter.
I suppose at least we've taken out the force.
I think we should make a crude up in the trees structure. Best of both worlds.
I mean, the branches are probably thick enough that you could
Yeah,
just lie
it would
on.
be possible.
Yeah.
Bring your bedroll up. It basically, you decide what kind of camp you want, and then give me a survival roll to see if you can get it. One person could do it with advantage because everyone's helping.
I will, as I am decent at survival, actually. Not so much in trees, but they're just like big kelp.
Yeah.
It'll
I'm also
work.
decent at survival, but you go ahead too.
And I'm going
better
to
than I
be
do.
using my remaining, like, I'll recast fly with my last 3rd level spell slot to speed it up a little bit. And
Okay.
You both roll badly.
That's fine.
It's a good roll, yeah.
For this sort of situation, perfectly, exactly good. You find a tree which is got thick enough branches for you to rest up upon, where you can sort of lay out the bedrolls for those who need it and snack. I mean, it's not the most comfortable thing in the world, but it's also actually not too uncomfortable. And most importantly, 2 out of 3 of you have a good view of this temple. Where you can actually see those slave creatures, the blind slaves, are moving. I mean, you're too far away to see any more than that, but there's definitely more of them outside.
If we, just to note, the blind slave creatures, if we stay here for a long rest, it could, what season is it?
It's spring.
We'd probably be alright then. We could probably just about leave with the dying light. I'm just worried that obviously if you long rest, you lose any advantage against the drow because all of a sudden it's dying. I know that was inside, but like we're safe right now.
yeah.
But we don't have that much of a choice.
No, we're going to... I mean, hopefully we've taken out most of the drow, as it were.
I hope we've killed all the drow, but we
Yeah.
need to go in and check, really.
Yeah, we do. But yeah, we haven't got much choice. We've got to take a long rest. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
You rest up exactly as you say, Vale. I mean, you're sleeping during the day in the sunlight, which is harder, but you're adventurers. You get used to this kind of thing. And you aren't
It's a very
bothered.
pleasant nap with
It's a
this
very-
amount of blood loss.
Yeah, exactly. It becomes quite easy, strangely enough.
I just sit up and I'm asleep.
You can rest here for the whole night. You aren't bothered throughout it. And that will be that. I mean, we can continue on with your adventures to go back and take care of the creature in charge. But we can do that next week.
I
So-
think we should wait for a full party based on that fight we just had.
What are you talking about? You did fine!
I mean, it went. I
We
mean,
did do fine, to be
we
fair.
did. We took out a lot of things.
I just got boned very swiftly by
It was.
spell.
We would have done finer with a whole other person on our side, though.
A bard that uses counterspell.
And who can heal.
Like, I have 57 HP. That one gas spell dealt 44 to me in 2 rounds. Or 1 round, in fact.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we talk about some more gas spells, or we talk about who we are and why we are. Why don't we start with Neil?
Is that a hot air joke?
Well, really, it's like a loose Doxy is butt queen joke, but she's like the last person I talk to, so it doesn't really work.
Wow, you getting in on my skit now. What the fuck?
Getting in on your scat.
Sorry, too much butt potion.
And we've not used them yet. They're for the upcoming fight. I hope they would not be useful. Hey, I'm Neil. You can find me at Naghai on the Discord or at Naghai_ on Twitter. Ask me questions about Jarviskjir.
It went off on its own. It's still going. Sorry. It just does that sometimes.
That was like Monstro Squirts. Beautiful.
Oh, your face.
It scared me.
Someone clip that, please.
So spooked. Oh, I'm lightheaded.
That's because of all the blood loss. That's what my joke was. You've got low blood pressure because you're hypovolemic, and so you sit up and all the blood leaves your head, so you faint and fall back asleep. Anyway,
Yes.
at me on Twitter or the Discord. I know a lot about Jarviskjir. I've met Aaron A-list before. I know about Fan Shiraz. Thundrel's like the back end of the Elven nations. It's the least explored. Midwinter have been there.
Even they haven't done much.
Yeah. But I at me for questions about it. I also know a little bit about drow culture, which is interesting in this. I like it.
Okay.
Itty bitty facts.
Little tiny bits. I'm talking about
Biddies. What bits?
next
What bits?
is Ian.
Wow.
You put it on my plate. I'm gonna eat it.
I am Ian, aka Arvine, player of purple characters, as has been pointed out. I also know things about Jarviskjir, and I am not Neil. So
What's that supposed to mean, Ian?
I don't know. You tell me. You can also at me about anime or just about anything I'm interested in, and I will talk your ear off about it. Yeah. If you want to know more why I am a player of purple characters, subscribe to Ollie's Patreon, where you can listen to the Monday game, which features me and Neil in a party with apparently a very popular and cute Cobalt.
Oh, I'm playing a nice boy right now.
He is. It's a refreshing change.
I myself am not a nice boy, though.
But the nicest boy of all is Zero Doxy. Who are
Hi,
you? How are
I'm
ya?
Dean Cuddy. I'm the funniest man who ever lived. You can buy my album right here. You do that. Also follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube at Dean Cuddy. No space.
You look different than I remember. Alright, well, me, am Ollie. This show is supported by Patreon. As Ian said, there's a whole other show on there for $5 a month and more. And I also do another show on Sundays, which is set in a whole different place, part of Jarviskjir, a whole other side of the world, dealing with a whole different problem. But relatively similar power levels, which is kind of interesting. On my Patreon is all of other stuff, a lot of the homebrew I make, including monsters that I throw into encounters, homebrew monsters, classes, and stuff like that. If you want to see the mermaid class that Serena uses, that's on there, stuff like that. And yeah, all the support you give me helps me do this full time and make more good stuff for you, and that's what it's all about. Yeah, that's it. That's all you get. See you next week.
Let's give him a 5-2 salute, because we're stealing it.
I don't like
Stick
the
'em up.
5-toot salute. It's too much. Too many toots.
Yeah, 3.